Previously on This Is Just Paul.
Will it mold? They said will it mold. I am going to make one of my classic designs.
Pancakes!
It's a hand crank meat grinder.
So I made another thicker batch, threw them in the freezer, and essentially gave up.
You're losing it. Oh. Hi! Sorry to keep you in suspense. This was a 5-day production that I tried to fit into a high noon the day before upload. But that's okay because it gave me an excuse to spend 2 whole weekends playing with my fake food and odd kitchen appliances. Speaking of, do you know what this is? Why, can't you read? It more specifically is the cheapest any type of food processor that I could get rushed Amazon delivered to me. If you were at last week's show, and if you weren't, like, who invited you? I tried an archaic method of grinding up old but still very expensive silicone to make new things. So just like my friend Bobby Dylan, we're going electric. I must preface, I have no idea if this is actually going to work. In fact, I would bet money that this is not half as powerful as Amazon's description claims that this piece of junk is. Then again, no one else really needs a silicone slicing feature. So if you can see into the vessel, there are a few small bits where you can see that it's successfully chopping, but honestly, it's not going as fast as I want it to be, which is pretty much instantly. So, I had another idea. I ordered this from Amazon completely unrelated to this project. This is a blade and scissor sharpener, which I actually bought for my hair cutting scissors that I, over time, just covered in donut paint. So I thought, maybe we just need a little bit more of an edge. I do not recommend that you do this. I don't recommend that you do anything that I do, really, on this channel, but it's always fun to watch. Let's see if I lose a finger today. It does smell like burning rubber. I don't know if that's the burning silicone or simply the machine itself. I'm going to hope that it's... Actually, I don't know what would be better. One thing that I'm incredibly confused about is that you see all these little tiny particles that are, you know, sticking incessantly to the edge. But you would think that a blender would take cube-like pieces that I've already done and just continue to chop them up to something smaller and smaller. Maybe I'll just make smoothies with this. I don't think that I can describe how much like Christmas this is to me. Tonight, I will be demolding chocolate chip cookies and pizza! I will admit that this is actually 1 week later. I just have been so busy that I never got around to actually demolding these, even though they could have been demolded about 30 minutes after I had poured them. To be honest, I feel like the food inside there will be pretty preserved with no mold or smell or anything like that because it is absent of all oxygen. Hey, maybe we can eat those suckers right out of the mold. No, do not do that. Do not do that. Oh my god, it smells so good. The aroma of cookies. This cookie's still moist. I did spray this with acrylic spray, and I honestly didn't let it dry all that much because I was doing everything in one day. So...
To explain what you're witnessing, you may know if you've been with me a while, I hate math. Even though Smooth On has a comprehensive calculator for their products, I usually eyeball how much foam I think I'll need. Since this process is guessing at best, I sometimes fall short or tall of my estimations. I did this twice for the cookie crown.
And now welcome our first contestant to the stage.
It's a cookie crown. Make sure you see every cookie. Even though we only cast chocolate chip and sugar cookies, I was able to make a variety out of some other materials I had around, such as clay and our spackling icing, so that when you go to the festival, you can wear the whole bakery. Smells more like paint than food. And our next contestant is...
Pizza!
What do you guys think? Be honest. So as you see, this is a pepperoni slice, and I made 2 slices. But seeing that I really underestimate how much time these specific kinds of videos make, I thought I'd show you my halfway point when it comes to painting a piece of pizza. Doesn't this look like someone just threw up a piece of pizza? And finally, our pancakes. Last week, I threw these in the freezer after I gave up, which actually was the best idea because I am totally going to be able to mold some frozen pancakes, I think. I've molded frozen cream cheese before, and it was great. I'm going to throw these back in the freezer and take them out at the exact last minute so that I don't have any problems with soft wet pancakes.
Casting frozen foods works specifically with MoldStar 16 Fast because, as the name explains, it sets fast before it gets a chance to fail. And freezing the pancakes was the best thing I could have done because the ice that was filling every crevice was a great way to join and seal the pancakes together. I was going to sculpt a clay piece of butter, and then I thought, if I'm using real pancakes, why not use and freeze real butter? The moisture that comes along with ice creates its own problem though. You see me picking at the sides, that's because they were still gummy, not yet set after a week. As soon as I scraped out most of the pancakes and started drying out the mold with my $5 feet heater, my feeter if you will, I was delighted to see it set up immediately.
And for our finale...
Pancakes!
This might or might not be my favorite piece. It took a long time to get the texture that I did on top, and I think I really like it. I went for kind of the homemade, fast griddled pancake, of course with that dollop of butter. And don't forget the syrup. I use a urethane rubber, which is made by Smooth On, the same brand that makes all of my materials. But I think that it could use a little bit more. But don't worry, I'm gonna hook you up with more porn. Which one is your favorite? Do you even have any? Was this worth your time? I want honest opinions only. I'm going to continue to touch these up to make them the absolute best they could possibly be. And then we're going to add them to the store where you can enjoy them this Halloween or right now. I keep forgetting it's not Halloween time yet. When is it going to be Halloween time? Oh my god, I can't forget. It's time to spin the wheel. I hope you're getting along in this time that we call life. Tell me down below, what's your favorite song of the week? Wrecked Radio, I'm sure you guys aren't mad. Down below, if you're a stan and you would like to tell me what you want to see next. Do you want to see Wrecked Radio news? More band superlatives? Something completely different? I'll give you an early peace, love, rock and roll, and this is my outro.